What's up, guys? It's Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More, back with another review. Today we are reviewing Grizzley Mint Pouches. Now this is a product that I'm interested to try. I do like mint occasionally. It is expired by a little bit, quite a bit actually, but it shouldn't affect the product too much. When it comes to pouches, it'll just be a little less moist. So let's get into it. So on the front, it says Grizzley Mint Pouches and premium tobacco on the top. The Grizzley is raised. The gold rim is raised. On the side, you have manufacturer, American Snuff Company, and then branding, and around it says Grizzley Mint Pouches, a code, or a QR code, sorry. Some warning and more information, grizzly.com, etc., etc., the barcode and background. On the back is the code. It is very expired, but I've gotten, for my sources, pouches that are expired in the past, and for pouches it never matters. If they're really bad, you can dab a little water on them, but you know, you do not notice the moisture at all because of the pouch material. So yeah, let's get into it. So the band is rubbery, but easy to get into. Not a problem. And there we are. So on the inside it says, "Show us your new can." Yeah, and inside this is what you have. So with American Snuff Company, their pouches are brown. This isn't rump staining. They are naturally this color. They do feel drier for sure, as I expect, but they're not unusable by any means. And for pouch reviews, I'm sure it'll be just fine. So the mint is a very faint mint. Now that could be because of the age of the product. Oops. But it's a very middle of the road mint smell. It doesn't smell too sweet. It doesn't smell too sharp. Let's count how many pouches we got here. 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, so 18 pouches in a can. I think US Smokeless is 15, if I remember correctly. So let's get that back together. All right, so yeah, this is what you're looking at. Standard pouch material. It, as I said, isn't stained brown from the tobacco. The pouch material itself is brown. So let's put her in and see what we think. So, yeah, I haven't been posting as many reviews lately. I had COVID actually 3 weeks ago, which sucked, but over that for the most part. And I haven't really bought a lot of material for reviews. I still have one more thing in house for review, but I have developed a taste for naturals all of a sudden after COVID. So you may be seeing more natural dip reviews coming in the future, as I had some Copenhagen long cut recently and I really enjoyed it. So I don't know if it's my taste buds have matured or if it's just changed from when I was sick with COVID. But yeah, soft material. Definitely on the drier side. The mint, I'm not a huge fan so far. It's not bad by any means, but when I did have mint pouches in house a lot, it was Copenhagen mint pouches, which I enjoyed a lot, and Skoal, which I also enjoy, but not quite as much as Cope. These are probably my least favorite mint I've tried. It has a kind of, I wouldn't say sourness to it, but it's just yeah, it's not very pleasant. It's not unpleasant, but it's just so blah. It doesn't have overpowering flavor. You don't really taste the tobacco either. So it's kind of the worst of both worlds. Not only do you not get the taste of tobacco, but you don't get a nice mint flavor. You get the mint, so as far as the mouth feel, it's not burn by any means like wintergreen pouches, but it's just blah. I'm gonna pause this for a second. Just wanted to get a little more moisture in it, just so I can, not sit here for 30 minutes before I can give you an accurate review. Yeah, it's got a weird flavor to it. It's got a sourness to it. Now, I don't think that's because of the age. I think that's just their mint flavoring. I know Grizzly, the tobacco itself, even when I had Grizzly straight, they all have this almost a little tinge of sourness to it, and I noticed it with the straight also. So I don't think it's a one-off just because this can is out of date. But the material is good. The product is quality. It's just not a personal preference of mine. I prefer U.S. smokeless products. Skoal and Copenhagen are my go-to, and I don't see that changing anytime soon. I got pouches in the past for work more, but I've been finding for price point and for discreetness, I have been using nicotine pouches. So, I do have a different flavored a Canadian nicotine pouch, same brand I've done before. Maybe I could review that. But yeah, it's just a convenience thing at work. When someone comes to my office, I'm allowed to, have a nicotine pouch in my lip, and it's not a big deal. Having something where you have to spit and having tobacco while I work is not something that is as feasible as nicotine pouches would be. So for that reason, and the fact that I think a can of nicotine pouches here in Canada is about $9, and I can get an expired can of pouches of tobacco for $10. So for that reason, I still am pro tobacco. It's a much better nicotine release for me. I don't like at least at home when I'm trying to relax, I find nicotine pouches, they give you more a little energy boost. They're closer to nasal snus as far as the release, whereas tobacco is a slower release, and I find I get relaxed when I have it. Whereas with nicotine pouches, it gives me the opposite feeling. So all in all, not bad, not great. I kind of put it, kind of middle of the road. I wouldn't recommend going and getting it if you're a big mint fan or if you're a big pouch fan. There's a lot of better options out there. Copenhagen is definitely one of them. Even Skoal preferred over this. But it's definitely, I'm sure, better than the third tier stuff like Timberwolf and Longhorn, and anything much lower than that is not worth ever trying. So, yeah, this has been my review of Grizzley Mint Pouches. Hope everybody's been doing well. Hope everybody's new year started off in the right way. And yeah, this is Aaron from Aaron's Reviews and More. Talk to you soon.